Hoi hoi folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. Good to see you again. So we are following up today on our last video, which was a ScrawlrBox unboxing, and we're going to use the supplies that came in that box and using the prompts that came with the ScrawlrChallenge, which this month is fractured figures. We're going to see what we can come up with. Just have a bit of a play around. So I'm going to switch to the top-down camera and we can get straight into it. Okay, so here we are with our lovely ScrawlrBox supplies. We also have our ScrawlrBox Challenge prompt fractured figures, and the piece that came with the box, which is over on the side here, is this kind of abstract piece like this. So abstract art, not really my thing, but we're going to just have a bit of a play and a kind of, swatch out of different things and see what happens. I've kind of got an idea. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, before we get to that, a couple of things. First, I love how squidgy these are. Squidgy paints. Okay, so this was pointed out to me. 2 fluid ounces. And if you look here, we've kind of got this bit of white, which feels like, that Rowney Tipex whiteout stuff. It looks like that. And actually underneath, it says 60 millilitres. And up here it says 40 millilitres. So I think maybe they were just not as full for kind of postage or maybe just as kind of a sample pack. But yeah, that's the first thing. Second thing, this pen, the Rowney Simply Acrylic Paint Marker. So I had several comments on the unboxing video saying that people had seen this pen in Poundland in the UK, and somewhere in the back of my mind I had that little niggly thought that I might have seen them there as well. So for you, I've gone out and I've not gone to 1, I have not gone to 2, but I have been to 3 Poundlands to investigate, and this is what I found. Rowney Simply Acrylic Paint Markers. Now, in all 3 Poundlands, the only colours they had were the gold and the silver. And let's take one out of the packaging. And just to double check, yeah, that is exactly the same, but in silver. However, it doesn't look like it here, because I've kind of been moving these around. Let's see if we can see a bit clearer on the gold. I've got 2 wrappers to throw away. Okay, so no, it seems to be okay with this as well. You can kind of see the bubble of the paint going up and down. When these were on the shelf, the paint had completely separated. So I think, this is just conjecture, but my guess would be the reason these are in Poundland is because they're probably seconds. So the paint might be defective, or they've seen that they're separating and with the shelf life, and so they've been sold off cheap to Poundland, just to kind of offload them. But that's fine. It means that if you want some cheap art supplies that just need a bit of a shake, then you know where to go. People also said that they had seen acrylic paper in Poundland, and I can confirm they do have acrylic paper. However, it was 120 GSM. This is 360 GSM, which, it's 3 times as thick. You're only getting 6 pieces for £1. I didn't pick any up because I have absolutely no use for it. It would be completely useless for me. I'd much rather have some quality paper than something cheap and flimsy that's not going to last or do any good. Okay, now with that said, these are our swatches from last time. I'm going to get a new blank sheet. And we're going to get stuck in. So, the rules that I stick to for the ScrawlrChallenge is we only use what came in the box. The only exception to that is a palette. And I've got here a really cheap plastic palette. This was like a pack of 6 for £1 from the works or something ridiculous like that. And 2 shot glasses of water because I can't be bothered to get out my acrylic paintbrush cleaning tray. First things first, we are just going to dispense a little bit of these lovely, they're Sennelier, aren't they? Sennelier acrylic paints, just a tiny bit into great. Splooch. Okay, let's put that back on. Well, I mean, it is abstract. We'll make it work somehow. There we go. All part of the process. So my idea for this, let's see if I manage to squeeze any more over the paper. My idea for this actually came from the pencil. So this Kohinoor magic pencil with the 3 colours. Same 3 colours as the paints that we have. I thought to myself, this is the kind of thing that I'd really like to do figure studies with, and kind of gesture drawings, all that kind of stuff. And in fact, I have been doing that. It's been really nice for it. Oh, that white is very gloopy. It comes out very quickly. So I know for a fact I'm not going to use this much paint, but it's really hard to dispense out of these little packets. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, love this for figure drawing. So when we're kind of doing figure drawings and stuff, you're kind of abstracting the shape of a figure into simpler shapes that you can build on. Sorry, I'm flicking my hands everywhere. So that was kind of my inspiration for the idea that I had for this. So all I want to do first is just kind of go through and roughly draw kind of a very basic figure shape. I think I might go kind of a profile shape. So let's see, I think I'm gonna go maybe something like this. Hold my maybe hips down here, and I might stretch this out a bit actually. Let's do long. Yeah, let's just really push our extremes. I have a shoulder kind of here. So that's the waist, and maybe get an elbow about here. Maybe a hand. And again, just really loosely. I think I might bring the head up a little bit actually. Let's really exaggerate these shapes and put in some gesture. Maybe those hips do need to be even lower down. Maybe the chest needs to come. Just kind of roughing this out very loosely. Those hips are too big. There we go. Maybe having a bit of a splush down. Okay, so this is kind of my idea. Is I just want to really kind of rough something out. So we've got our paintbrush that came with that packet. I'm just going to, let's see, what colour should we start with? Let's start with red. I'm going to do big, red, Mondrian-esque square or rectangle down here. And this paint goes on really nicely. So this scrawlrbox, I'm much happier with this scrawlrbox than I have been with some of the ones previously. As you know, we've had a few issues with scrawlrbox, but yeah, this one's been nice. I think the general consensus among people that get scrawlrbox is that this has been a win compared to some of the more recent ones. So I might even do a little, yeah, let's go for a circle. Why not? Doesn't have to be all squares and sharp angles, does it? So I kind of want to go in and just pick out some shapes to kind of represent in a more kind of abstract way where body parts might be, and then sketch over the top with the pencil, because the pencil, people saying that the white in the lead of the pencil is a blender, and I can confirm that it is not. It is actually white lead. So I've tried it on black paper, I've tried it over the black paint as well, and it is definitely a white lead. So that will show up over whatever kind of paint we have down here. I'm just going to clean this out. I've got a bit of tissue to dry my brush on. And I'm going to go blue, and let's go with the angle of the body. I'm over exaggerating all of these shapes. It's a dark blue. Oh, there's a hair from the brush. Don't know if that's a reflection on its quality. I've not heard of pro art before, but yeah, a hair from the brush, not usually a good sign. But, you know, it's putting the paint down, and that's all that matters for the moment. Okay, what should we do for the head? I feel like white's not really going to show up. Maybe if we do some washes first and take some water, just a little dot of blue. Might need a bit more than that. So yeah, if you get ScrawlrBox, what did you think of the ScrawlrBox? If you don't get the ScrawlrBox, but you're kind of an abstract painter, what tips do you have for abstract painting? I mean, it's really not anything I've delved into much. I've done kind of cubist studies for different pieces. You know, I don't think I really... Okay, here's an interesting thing. I don't think I really have a style. So I hop between lots of different things. I like to investigate and play with different mediums and different styles. So this kind of stuff is a lot of fun for me, but I know some people kind of feel a bit limited when they have a prompt or a style that they're kind of expected to work in. Let's try a little bit of a red. There we go. And do a nice big red wash over this side where we had that splash. Incorporate our happy accidents into our piece. Oh, that's a nice bleed. And this has dried so quickly. You can see some of the blue is still not quite dry. I will come back to using the marker towards the end. I have an idea for that as well. Okay, so we've got this. I feel like we need some white in here as well. About some lift from the bottom. I want this to feel smeared. Ah, there we go. That's what I want. Oh, I like. Okay, we've got some blue here that's still wet. So let's see if we can get a similar. There we go. Playing with art. It's the kind of stuff I love. Just playing around. All of these silly ideas that you think, I wonder. Don't wonder. Do them. Have some fun. What about this hand down here? Maybe I'll do blue in here. Oh, that's dark, isn't it? I'm just going to bring this out a little bit. I'm going to add a bit of red in here as well. Mixing on the paper, why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? You make a mistake and learn from it. Let's add in a little bit of white. And then, yeah, why not? Okay, so I'm kind of liking this as a base. I like these paints actually, they're really nice, they're really smooth to work with. So I was intending to get this video up and kind of sorted out yesterday. We had a lot going on. Ended up having to drive for a last minute house viewing, which is exciting in some ways, frustrating in others. Okay, so my kind of idea now is to sketch over the top. Yeah, that's kind of working, I think. And this is not, you know, this is all figurative. I'm not going for anything exact here. Kind of going for shapes. And then I can pick out some of these things with the black and then maybe even some of the white as well. This really is how I do figure studies as well. I'm really very loose and scratchy and just kind of going over and over. That's kind of where my shoulder would be. This is a really elongated figure as well, so it's not going for realism here at all. Maybe we have another. Maybe we come in with the blue. Maybe the pale blue. Maybe we have another leg back here. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? No rules, hey? No rules. Do what we like. Okay, so I've got my black marker. I need to prime this. Let's give it a shake. I'll do that off camera. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Okay. Let's give this a prime. Hope that it's still working. Yes. There we go. A nice black dot. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling like I just want to pick out some key things. So maybe like this. And maybe there's a twist in the body. So I feel like maybe there should be another arm. At the back. That's really fat chunky arm. Front of the chest, maybe. Yeah, really not very much at all. Actually, what I might do is just come in. Like we need a negative space here, and I feel like that arm is too fat, so I'm going to cover that up. Love a bit of negative space. Maybe the same down here. Let's bring that up a little bit. We want to not so much negative space, but just fill in a bit of something around here. This little area. Sure. Why not? I we need there we go. Bit of separation there. Yeah, I don't think there's really much I want to do with this. I'm just having a bit of play with the materials using the prompt, and I think this is interesting. Don't think there's any other words for it other than interesting. Let's get a few more bits. And otherwise it all kind of gets lost in the blue and the red. I'll add a couple of highlights. Maybe something at the back of the neck. Maybe we do something with this hand. Sure, okay. Is it the most exciting piece of work in the world? No, but I've had fun doing it and it didn't take very long. But I kind of want to explore a little bit more about abstract art now. So yeah, maybe we'll do a whole video just looking at different abstract pieces of art and different abstract techniques. Okay, so what are the takeaways of today? Well, firstly, the paint marker I really like. It goes over everything. It's really smooth and matte. If you want to get a couple of cheap metallic ones, then head to Poundland if you're in the UK. But yeah, Daler Rowney, Simply range, so far not too bad. The Sennelier paints, really nice, really smooth, nice matte finish. However, you do tend to scrub out more than you need. The real kind of standout winner from this box for me is this magic pencil. I didn't think I was going to say this, but I mean, I've got other Koh-i-Noor pencils, for instance, my favourite clutch pencils, so this one and this one, my big chunky boy, both Koh-i-Noor, so I know the brand and I do like the brand. However, such a gimmicky pencil I didn't think I was going to like. Absolutely love it, really love it. That's going to be kind of one of my staples from now on. Aside from that, we have kind of had a little step into abstract art, learned a couple of things, had a bit of an experiment. I'm definitely going to kind of go ahead in the future and look a little bit more at this because it's fun. Amazing piece of work? Well, that's for you to decide, but I had fun making it and that's what it's all about. So, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Until next time, as always, goodbye.